Have you ever prayed for God to show you his will and then ignored the answer because it wasn't the one that you wanted? That's exactly what this week's Torah portion is all about. Welcome to Torah Snacks, where we take one bite of the weekly Torah portion and discover something that you can actually live out this week. This week's Torah portion is Re'eh, which means behold or see. It's interesting because God isn't talking about the physical eyesight. He's talking about spiritual vision. He tells Israel, see, today I set before you a blessing and a curse. And then he explains what that means. Blessing comes through walking in his ways. The curse comes from turning away and following other gods or doing what seems right in our own eyes. Throughout the portion, Moses reminds Israel what worship matters. That worship matters. Obedience matters. Generosity matters. Caring for the poor matters. And that God's people are called to be different from the culture that surrounds them. But here's what stood out to me the most as I was reading this week's portion. The choice was always sitting in front of them. The blessing wasn't hidden. The problem wasn't that God wasn't speaking to them. The problem was whether they were willing to re'eh, to see. And honestly, we're not much different if you think about it. We live in a world overflowing with opinions, influencers, headlines, algorithms, all competing for our attention. Everyone is telling us what success looks like, what truth looks like, and what will make us happy. But Re'eh asks a different question. What are you looking at? Because whatever you're focused on will eventually shape the direction of your life. If your eyes are fixed on fear, you'll make fearful decisions. If they're fixed on money, you'll chase after that dollar bill. If they're fixed on approval, you'll spend your life trying to please people. But if your eyes are fixed on God's ways, your life begins to line up with his wisdom, even when it's unpopular. The Hebrew word re'eh is an invitation. See, pay attention, look beyond what's temporary. Recognize the path that God has already placed before you. Maybe the breakthrough you're praying for doesn't begin with God giving you something new. Maybe it begins with seeing what he's already shown you. So here's your Torah snack for the week. Before making your next big decision, stop and ask yourself one question. Am I seeing this through God's eyes or only through my own? Because sometimes changing what you see is the first step towards changing where you're going. We'll see you next time for another Torah snack. Remember to like and subscribe. God bless you.